This is about a better design outcome. It'll open up 11 MCGs worth of space. It won't isolate communities. It will connect them, and it will also provide, I think, for a better design solution, less noise in the community, a better outcome.
When did it first come up as an option, the skybridge?
I think it was towards the middle to the end of last year. One of the proponents in particular.
So it was after the election?
It was after the election, yes. But I will make the point, Neil, I think on this program and on a number of others, I've been very clear that the government will keep a clear and open mind on the best design solutions for level crossing removals. I think my language was, we don't believe in a one-size-fits-all solution.
You must be a fair idea, though. Is this cheaper than the level crossing changes or not?
Oh, I don't think it is. I mean, largely because of the amenity arrangements that we're putting in place as well, the design solutions, $1.6 billion, Neil, not 4 level crossings, but 9. And it'll essentially ensure that the connections between the road network will be assured. I mean, we're getting something like up to 87 minutes every 2 hours in the morning peak of boom gates down along this corridor.
How did you consult with the residents who are furious?
Well, the community, of course, was consulted as part of the process. The Level Crossing Removal Authority has been undertaking consultation. They've been feeding that community consultation.
So they told them about the skybridge thing. They didn't just say, "We'll get rid of the level crossing." They actually go in and say, "What do you think about this?"
Well, I think they were asking the community from an open book perspective, what sort of design solutions, what sort of community connections would you like?
Has the community ever at any stage been told, what about if we put bridges in like this?
Well, there have been, of course, media coverage around this where the government's
but when your consultation, I mean, did you consult specifically on the sky bridges?
Well, we've certainly said that all options are open, and this has been one that's been in the public domain for months.
So the residents who are now complaining should have known this was a possibility, should they?
Well, I think the one point that I would make is that we've consistently said that we're open to all design solutions
well, yeah,
now.
But they could be putting them underground or floating them up in balloons. I mean,
indeed,
did the residents know, should the residents have known this was a possibility?
Oh, well, I believe that they should have known that there isn't a single solution, and trenching...
No, but that's not an answer. Should somebody have knocked on the door? Look, this is what we're thinking about, putting in these big sky bridges right outside your front door. Did anybody ever do that?
Well, now that the government has a preferred design solution, there is engagement with the community.
So nobody did before?
Well, as I say, Neil, let me be clear. We have said consistently before the election that we're open to all design solutions, not just a standard one-size-fits-all. We're not into trenching and digging holes in communities that will separate communities. We're about connecting them, and this is a much better solution.
Okay, is this definite? You'll do it this way?
Well, yes. This is a design that the government has settled on. It's our preference, and we'll consult the community
about what are you going to consult them about if you've already decided?
Well, how the design is best implemented, Neil. I mean, it's critically important that the community have some ownership over how these things are done. But look, at the end of the day, we've looked at the competing design solutions. You could have looked at what the previous government was proposing, which was only 4 level crossings removed, as opposed to 9, 5 new stations.
Yeah, but I'm just getting the consultation issue, and the impression has been given you consulted on the skybridge, which doesn't seem actually specific. The decision's been made, so you're going to consult now, but it's a bit late because the key decision's been made. The residents are stuck with it, aren't they?
Well, it seems to me that what you're advocating is that we should consult about a blank page. Our view is we should be consulting about our preference.
But how long have you had this plan?
Well, this has been a proposal put by one of the proponents in the context of a tender process, and it is our preferred design solution.
And when did you decide that?
We decided that only a matter of days ago or weeks ago.
And you've decided that without consulting specifically on the plan?
Well, so you wanted us essentially to consult either about a blank option or about what we'd received. When we decided what the preferred solution is, yes, we will consult about how best to implement this proposal.
Does it mean it's a possibility for other rail lines if it's so good?
Well, of course, each rail line will have its own solution. And can I restate what I've said for the better part of 2 to 3 years, Neil, there will be no one-size-fits-all solution. The government will be open to all design solutions, the ones that best serve the community, and might I say, this is an outstanding proposal. It connects the community, it gives 11 MCGs of open space, 12 kilometres of bike and walking paths connected, 3 community transit areas. We'll be talking about making sure that the community has some input into the design of these vital pieces of infrastructure.
Have you ever seen one that looked any good anywhere in the world?
Yeah,
Where?
absolutely. Vancouver's got a great solution. I think if you look at what Sydney is doing at the moment, they're also elevating
So we can
rail.
avoid it looking like the ghetto it does down the river.
Absolutely, and I would urge people not to think about, 1920s design solutions. We are talking a 21st century design solution very much focused on the community's needs.